Hello.
Open mic on 90.8 Jago, Mumbai. On 90.8 Jago, Mumbai.
Open Mic is the show that you are tuned into onto your favorite radio station 90.8 Jago, Mumbai. My name is Nathan, and in the studios once again we have an individual who's an author. Over the last couple of weeks we've been featuring a lot of people who've written some books, but today it's a special book. The book is called Cup of Life, A Journey Towards Self-Contemplation, written by Seeta Naugekar. And through this 1 hour, we're going to try and talk about how she went about writing the book, what was her inspiration, was it easy to write a self-help book in this market that India caters to, and lots more. So Seeta, welcome to 90.8 Jago, Mumbai. We are glad to have you on board.
Thank you so much, Nathan. It's a pleasure to be here.
Pleasure at our end too. How are you feeling to be in this cozy little studio on the terrace of a building?
It is actually amazing, and it's a one-of-a-kind experience with the view of whole of car in front of me. So it's totally amazing.
Yes. You are from Mumbai, you stay in Powai, and you've written this book, which is a self-help book, non-fiction as you would call it in a genre. And it's been around for the last 2-3 months. Yes. I read a couple of reviews and it's been exciting. In brief, tell us what this book is about.
Well, actually, this book is about life. You know, life in the larger perspective, and the life that we all live today, like the competitive, cutthroat competition. So it's something out of the box where you just stop, recontemplate, look upon yourself, and think, what do I actually want to do in life?
Right.
It's not necessary that you have to just follow the rat race. So it's all these elements and the nuances of life that we sometimes, not concentrate much upon. But these are the finer gradations of life which have the potential of teaching us a lot of things in life, which we do not have the time to think about. All we do is get up in the morning, have a mundane rush, and get to some place, do a thing, come back home. So somewhere that element of enjoying life is left out. So this book talks about reflection. It talks about realization. It talks about self-contemplation. It talks about looking inside of yourself, knowing what you really are, and then exploring life.
So it seems like it caters to a lot of basic things that need to be taken care of.
Yes.
Okay, so listeners, you've got an idea of what the book is going to be and what the next hour is going to hold for you. So stay tuned as we come back after a short break, and after the break, I'm going to talk to Seeta, the individual that she is. Stay tuned to 90.8 Jago, Mumbai, your very own community radio station.
90.8 Jago, Jago, Jago. Jago, Mumbai.
Hello.
Open mic on 90.8 Jago, Mumbai. On 90.8 Jago, Mumbai.
Seeta Naugekar being featured on Open Mic on 90.8 Jago, Mumbai. We are talking about her self-help book, Cup of Life, A Journey Towards Self-Contemplation. Open Mic is a show on which we feature a lot of homegrown talent and independent artists. Seeta is from Mumbai. This is an attempt to understand the author and the individual Seeta. Tell us a little about what the real Seeta is.
I'm kind of like a funny person. I like to keep things light, keep life uncomplicated. Not that there are not many complications in my life, but come on, it's the approach that you take towards life. So
your smile pretty much says that you're a fun-loving person.
Yeah, so taking that as a base, I've not always been like this. I have been pessimistic and the usual, But what I came to realize in the end was life is what you make it to be. So I started out my career in research. I've worked with companies like Bankcam, JP Morgan, investment banking companies, and then Jardine Lloyd Thompson. But later in life I realized that I was bogged down with ill health and everything. So I have been a spiritual person, but not so much to the core that I'll go visit a shrine every day or something. But it's not about going to a temple and just praying there and coming back. Spirituality comes from within. You have to have faith in what you're doing. It's not just about asking God what you want. It's about believing in yourself and knowing that you can achieve it with the help of God. It's not like throwing your burdens all over at God and expecting Him to do the miracles.
Right.
So I'm a very self-to-do person, I'll do it myself rather than depending on people.
Were you always like this, or if evolved?
No. I have always been a to-do person. Me and my sibling, my elder brother, we have always been independent right from childhood because my parents were working and they used to work straight like 14-15 hours a day and they used to commute. Half of their life was spent in commuting from where we used to live. I've come from a small town actually, Dombivli.
Okay.
So from there I evolved. Then I went to a college called Podar. I took up commerce.
It seems like the career that you pursued for whatever time you did was more about finances, money making.
Yes.
And somewhere in between you realized that you want to write a book.
Definitely.
Okay, so that is Seeta, the individual. After this very short break, she says she will talk a little bit more about what she is. If you want to be featured on Open Mic, if you're an artist who wants to showcase his talent, you can call us on 4266 3000 or 4266 4000. You can also write into us at 90.8 Jago Mumbai at gmail.com. Stay tuned as we come back after a very short break.
90.8 Jago, Jago, Jago. Jago Mumbai. 90.8
Hello.
Open mic on 90.8 Jago Mumbai. On 90.8 Jago Mumbai.
Seeta Naugekar being featured on Open Mic on 90.8 Jago Mumbai. We are talking about her self-help book, Cup of Life, A Journey Towards Self-Contemplation. Open Mic is a show on which we feature a lot of homegrown talent and independent artists. Seeta is from Mumbai. This is an attempt to understand the author and the individual Seeta. Yeah. Tell us a little about what the real Seeta is.
I'm kind of like a funny person. I like to keep things light, keep life uncomplicated. Not that there are not many complications in my life, but come on, it's the approach that you take towards life. So
your smile pretty much says that you're a fun-loving person.
Yeah, so taking that as a base, I've not always been like this. I have been pessimistic and the usual, But what I came to realize in the end was life is what you make it to be. So I started out my career in research. I've worked with companies like Bankcam, JP Morgan, investment banking companies, and then Jardine Lloyd Thompson.
Okay.
But later in life, I realized that I was bogged down with ill health and everything. So I have been a spiritual person, but not so much to the core that I'll go visit a shrine every day or something.
Okay.
But it's not about going to a temple and just praying there and coming back. Spirituality comes from within. You have to have faith in what you're doing. It's not just about asking God what you want. It's about believing in yourself and knowing that you can achieve it with the help of God. It's not like throwing your burdens all over at God and expecting Him to do the miracles.
Right.
So I'm a very self-to-do person, I'll do it myself rather than depending on people.
Were you always like this, or if evolved?
No. I have always been a to-do person. Me and my sibling, my elder brother, we have always been independent right from childhood because my parents were working and they used to work straight like 14-15 hours a day and they used to commute. Half of their life was spent in commuting from where we used to live. I've come from a small town actually, Dombivli.
Okay.
So from there I evolved. Then I went to a college called Podar. I took up commerce.
It seems like the career that you pursued for whatever time you did was more about finances, money making.
Yes.
And somewhere in between you realized that you want to write a book.
Definitely.
Okay, so that is Seeta, the individual. After this very short break, she says she will talk a little bit more about what she is. If you want to be featured on Open Mic, if you're an artist who wants to showcase his talent, you can call us on 4266 3000 or 4266 4000. You can also write into us at 90.8 Jago Mumbai at gmail.com. Stay tuned as we come back after a very short break.
90.8 Jago, Jago, Jago. Jago Mumbai. 90.8
Hello.
Open mic on 90.8 Jago Mumbai. On 90.8 Jago Mumbai.
Welcome back to 90.8 Jago Mumbai, your very own community radio station. The show is Open Mic. My name is Nathan, and in the studios we have Seeta Naugekar, the author of Cup of Life, A Journey Towards Self-Contemplation. Seeta, let's come to the book now. Let's get a little into details. What are the kind of issues that you've tried to handle in this book?
Yeah, the kind of issues, they are like the everyday issues, like how to maximize your potential by knowing yourself. My funda, as you say in life, is unless you know yourself and you realize your own potential, there's no point. I mean, you would not know how to maximize it, and you would just be going around in circles, not knowing exactly how to utilize your own energy. The nuances, as you say, that I have tried to highlight through my book is the quality of our life and the purpose of our existence, like why are we on this earth and where do we come from and what is our aim in life.
Okay.
And the lessons that you can learn from a candle, and then the essence of parenthood and the ways of loving one's mother, or expressing it to her, and then handling today's relationships, the dejections, the expectations, the failures, you know, the positivity with which you can, you know, handle certain issues in your life.
Right.
Then certain bondages that you create for yourself through your relationships, and you feel bogged down by it. So I've given this simple methodologies where if through a slight change of perspective, all these huge issues which you create, which are not really that huge,
right,
so they can just boil down into simple things in life.
Okay.
Only if you have an open mind and you have the potential to solve them. Then there is a quintessential topic called everybody wants to be somebody else.
Okay.
So I think it is self-explanatory. Then there is power of love. And then I've also dwelled upon a little bit about spirituality, about mind, body, soul, and how meditation can help you and why one should meditate. And then there's also a chapter on the corporate life, where I've tried to, you know, give away the kind of things that we go through on a daily basis, but not really many people talk about them. So it's like, and how to handle change, because today is the world of recession. And so it's about alternative professions and how we can value each other's professions, and it's not necessary that you have to do the same thing throughout your life. You could experiment, you could change.
Okay, so a lot of stuff going into that book, which is mostly about life. How do you need to live a positive, constructive and a fulfilling life? Lots more on the book, but after a very short break, you stay tuned to 90.8 Jago Mumbai, your very own community radio station.
90.8 Jago, Jago, Jago. Jago Mumbai. 90.8.
Hello.
Open Mic on 90.8 Jago Mumbai. On 90.8 Jago Mumbai.
Cup of Life, A Journey Towards Self-Contemplation, written by Seeta Naugekar, being featured on Open Mic on 90.8 Jago Mumbai. We are in conversation with Seeta, and she's talking all about her book, her life, and how this book can be a source of help to everyone who wants to read it and who needs help to live a more fulfilling life. Seeta, you discussed about what the book is about, how it's about most of the things that make life very fulfilling. Does this stem from a personal experience where you've shared certain aspects of life, you've experienced certain things, and now you want to take it to the world so that the happiness can spread? Tell us a little about that.
Yeah, actually the whole thing about writing a book is everyone wants to tell their story. But somehow I have tried to tell my story as well, but I have also tried to give that pearls of wisdom, but not sounding very preachy or sermoning.
Right.
But then there are certain things that since you have experience, you have gone through hardships, so you want people to, you know, it's not that people are not going through hardships, but there is a simpler way out.
Right.
It's like I had read it somewhere. Suffering is a choice. You know, you make it a choice whether you want to suffer. Otherwise, you can choose to be free. So there are quite a lot of personal experiences which nudged me to, you know, word it in a way. Like I cannot actually practically put down my personal experiences. It would be like boasting. Like,
but you've taken from the personal experiences.
An inspiration that has come to me via the personal experiences.
Okay.
So there's one chapter where I've tried to show to the world like how power of love can make you do, you know, go to the ends of the world and do to overcome all your fears. And so So one of the chapters, like Power of Love, has that information. Like,
Okay, so a lot of interesting stuff, a lot of great information given, I think. And the best thing is that it's not complicated. It's simple things
Yeah.
which you've tried to explain out of your own experience. While writing the book, you wrote it pretty fast. You said around 3 to 6 months. Did you have any kind of an experience that you want to share while writing the book?
yeah, it was, as I said, it's a journey towards self-contemplation. So the journey was spiritual.
Okay.
Though I visited certain shrines and everything, I derived energy from it. But it was only when I sat down, suddenly it started hitting me, and I used to flow into writing.
Okay.
And in chapter after chapter, the titles used to come to me, and I used to, and everything used to talk to me.
Okay.
There's a chapter where I was inspired by a cow and its calf.
Wow.
So I made it into a fable, and I created a story out of it. It's something that everybody looks at the same things, but creativity is one notch higher.
So you think
talks to you.
the universal power that's controlling the world was largely responsible to lead you into writing this book?
Definitely. I believe that because I believe in good souls, and I think it was the inspiration that they poured onto me, and that's how I ended up writing the book that I wrote.
It's time to get into a short break, but after the break, we will talk about other aspects of writing a book. Stay tuned to 90.8 Jago Mumbai, your very own community radio station.
90.8 Jago, Jago, Jago. Jago Mumbai. 90.8
Hello, hello, hello.
Open mic on 90.8 Jago Mumbai. On 90.8 Jago Mumbai.
Still on the most happening community radio station of the suburbs, 90.8 Jago Mumbai. This is Open Mic. My name is Nathan, and we are still in conversation with Seeta about a book, The Cup of Life. Now, let me come to the point where you, as a first-time writer, are approaching a book. Did you have doubts whether you're supposed to write this book? Did you have doubts whether you will finish it? Tell us a little about that.
There are certain things where you just know that you have to do a certain thing.
Okay.
But then it came to me in phases.
Okay.
I'm a person who will do the job first.
Okay.
And talk later. So my hard part was already done. I had written the book already.
Okay.
And then when I looked at it, it was a book.
Okay. So the first process was writing a book, which luckily for you fell into place. The second aspect is finding a publisher. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that was much of.
how did you go about that? I mean, were you
Yeah, I
aware of how
followed
the
it.
industry works?
No, not really. So, but then I was not a person who will be dejected and give up or something.
Okay.
Definitely, there is a protocol that you have to follow.
Right.
You have to go through submissions, procedures.
Okay.
And your manuscript has to be liked. Not just your sample chapters, but also your manuscript. And that's
Okay.
how.
So
good times
the
books.
process is that you have to send them an entire manuscript, or you have to send them sample chapters. What's it? I mean, take us through the process of actually.
Yeah, you got to first you have to sift between all the publishers,
Okay.
the ones that cater to your genre.
Right.
And once you find that, you got to send your sample chapters and a synopsis
Okay.
and a pitch, and you have to basically, that's the communication language for them.
Right.
Because the poor people, they have to sift through so many books.
Right. Exactly.
It's not just
It's a tough job.
Yeah. So it has to be striking. Your pitch has to be striking. So to stand out, and they'll go through your sample chapters. If they're interested, they'll come back to you for the manuscript,
Okay.
and then they take it from there. Once
Okay.
a manuscript is accepted, you're in.
Okay. So how many publishers did you have to approach before you
I
found
did
your
a-
final one?
Well, I approached quite a lot. Say, I can't put it in numbers, but
Okay.
there are not so many who accept self-help. But of all the ones who accept self-help, I did try.
Okay.
all.
But the Indian market is more about non-fiction books.
Yes, they
Non-fiction
are.
sells more.
Yes.
And the fact that there are so many existing self-help books available in the market, did that deter you from wanting to get your book out there?
No, as I said, I wrote the book first.
Okay.
But fortunately, the whole thing was planned out for me, maybe on a spiritual level.
Uh-huh.
So one thing led to another. I got through a publisher.
So what seems to me now is that, yes, you've written a book, but I think the book is a part of the process of evolvement for the individual Seeta. That's what comes to me.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, time to get into a short break. But if you want to follow Jago Mumbai, you can like us on facebook.com/Jago Mumbai. If you're beyond the broadcast area of the community radio, log on to the internet at www.jagomumbairadio.com and listen to your favorite radio station from anywhere in the globe. Stay tuned. We'll be back after a short break.
90.8 Jago, Jago, Jago. Jago Mumbai. 90.8
Hello.
Open mic on 90.8 Jago Mumbai. On 90.8 Jago Mumbai.
The Cup of Life, a journey towards self-contemplation, being featured on Open Mic on your favorite radio station 90.8 Jago Mumbai. My name is Nathan and I'm in conversation with the author of the book, Seeta Navgekar. Seeta, it's been a great understanding the book. It's so much about spirituality, about life, and it's so much about positivity. And I'm hoping that everyone who reads it, as the reviews say, is being influenced in a constructive manner. Okay, now since the launch of the book, how has this impacted your personal life?
Well, it has impacted me in a very great way. Like, I believe in what I say today because I reflect back everything that I say and it has made sense in my own life. And this book has helped me. Because of this book, it has taken me places. I have met quite a lot of interesting people and I've seen that they live life in a very different way and they don't cage themselves. They have a very out of box thinking and they also have this social agenda towards life, which many of us, just because we do charity doesn't mean we are doing much. There is quite a lot of things to be done and one person is capable of doing all those things, provided he thinks about life apart from himself. So this book has taken me places like I have associated with the visually impaired girls and I do reading and writing for them and recording for them.
Great.
I became a part of the National Association for the Blind. From there I also got aligned with another public trust which is called the Foundation for Humanist Society. We adopt certain villages. We provide self-sufficiency to the villages. Apart from that, I've met quite a lot of people from the art field, and what they do has also inspired me more. So while you've given to the world through the book in itself has given a lot back to you. Yeah, and I'm indebted to the book.
And I think that's something amazing because it just says that this is what life is about. It's just about being in the right place, being open to things. And it's a full circle like you rightly said. Well, it's time to get into a short break. But if you are interested in storytelling shows, then we have a special show called Chocolate Cup Bangla.
Chocolate Cup Bangla. खाने का नहीं, सुनने का, मजे मनाने का. Chocolate Cup Bangla.
It features on Saturday and Sunday at 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. So tune in and enjoy it. We'll be right back after a very short break.
90.8 Jago, Jago, Jago. Jago Mumbai. 90.8
Hello.
Open mic on 90.8 Jago Mumbai. On 90.8 Jago Mumbai.
Welcome back to 90.8 Jago Mumbai. The show is Open Mic and we are featuring author Seeta Navgekar for her book The Cup of Life, A Journey Towards Self-Contemplation. Here's a review by Kimberly McPherson from Texas. She says, this thought-provoking and inspirational book had me so intrigued from the moment I started reading. I can't wait to read it again and put what I learned about self-discovery to use. Brilliantly written without bias, judgment or condemnation. I absolutely love this book and recommend it to anyone at any age that wants to improve their well-being, health, mentality, mental health and learn to love themselves. I think this book is great for everyone of any age, race, creed or faith. The compassion of this author shines through her work. You can tell she wrote this with a heart. I would love to meet this person in real life to give them a hug. Simply amazing is basically what I want to say about this spectacular book. I hope she writes more so I can read these books as well. Congrats, Seeta. I think this review is it's such a heartwarming thing to know that a person has been helped by the book that you've written, isn't it?
Yeah, and this came as a surprise to me and as a blessing in disguise. I am very indebted to my book. Because of my book, I have met quite a lot of gems,
Amazing. I think it's such a fulfilling
Incredible
journey
people.
to be part of something that has
Adding
begun
meaning.
so many interactions.
Yeah.
I think it's given more to you than you've given to the world.
Yes.
So that's wonderful. Okay, it's been a great 1 hour talking to you. I wish we could continue talking because this is something that we can talk on for hours. What are your future plans?
I have already written a novel
Okay.
which is got one concept of the book, my first book.
Okay.
So though the novel is a fiction, it's it's a mystery based love story.
Okay.
And there are 3 prime characters, and the whole mystery revolves around a particular person.
Okay.
So I was just inspired with one of the topics from the book itself. So I'm like amazed how much this book can give me back.
Wonderful.
So it's a miracle. And apart from that, I'm also going to write about the visually impaired girls.
Okay.
Like it's amazing how much they inspire me and how much they continue to inspire me. So I
Okay.
just want to talk about their story, their achievements, their lives,
Okay.
and their aspirations, which definitely can help us in our day-to-day lives.
Great. So I think the book has actually served as a door. The moment it's been out there, it's opened up so many opportunities for you. It's given you a lot to think about. The author in you has actually started to write a lot more. Now,
Yes.
your first book is a non-fiction. The second book is a fiction. So I think that's a great jump, and I hope you will achieve the same success
Yes.
that you have done with this book. Having said that, if people want to get in touch with you, can you share some contact information?
Yeah, you can log on to my website www.seetarn.com or
The Seeta is with double E?
yeah, SEETARN.com. SeetaRN.com. And basically the book is available worldwide. It's there on all these online shopping portals as well, and at various bookstores as well.
Great. If do you have your email ID on your website?
Yeah, there is an email ID. You can get in touch with me on crajn@gmail.com. That is SEERAJN@gmail.com. If you're looking for a lighter read, then I do blog as well. Could check out the blogs through my website.
Okay.
It will lead you to my blog. So keep reading and God bless.
Thank you so much, Seeta, for coming to Jago Mumbai. I think we thoroughly enjoyed the show. And
Yeah, me too.
the book too is something that I think every listener will enjoy to read.
Yeah.
So we wish you all the best, and
Thank
we
you.
hope to see you very soon once again with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the gratitude and the kindness. And I had a great time.
Thank you
chatting
so
with
much.
as
The
well.
pleasure is all ours. Stay tuned as lots more shows coming up your way. This is 90.8 Jago Mumbai, your very own community radio station.
90.8 Jago Jago Jago